This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a pet palace? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Cecilia Gonzales, with Pixies, Paws Pet Palace. Cecilia, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing today, Sophia?
Wonderful. Wonderful to have you on. Now, we're excited to learn all about you and your business. Can you start off by telling our listeners just a little bit about your company?
Absolutely. Pixies Paws Pet Palace started 6 years ago here in Arlington, Texas. And we started with a goal of having a place people could bring their dogs that was similar to grandma's. So not your traditional caged boarding where they're locked up in a crate all day, let out a few times a day to go potty or have their run to go out. So we really wanted to have somebody on site 24/7 that stays with them, plays with them, have packs designed to each category of pets and temperament. Now, you might have a 100-pound dog with a 20-pound dog. If the 100-pound dog has a temperament that's easygoing and relaxed and prefers to be around small dogs. And then at night, they all sleep together like you would at grandma's. So we all go get in the futons, sofas, under the beds. We have crates as well, but like at home with bedding. We leave the doors open. If they're acting a little, extra, they will have to get a little bit of a timeout just to rest their brain a little bit. And then once they've seemed to settle down, we open it back up, let them right back out and hang out with everybody, watch Lilo and Stitch on the 60-inch screen television, and just enjoy the night with the person that's hanging out with them.
Oh my goodness, who doesn't love Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, shout out to Lilo and Stitch. I was tickled as I walked in one night and our staff was they were watching Lilo and Stitch. I was like, well, okay, all right, that sounds fun. Elvis here, I guess, right? Gotta love it.
Yes. Now, how did you originally get into a business like this?
Well, it was out of need. We have a family building. We have a building here in Arlington, and we needed to occupy that space. So fortunately, ironically, maybe God grace or something, the building really has a great layout for what we do. We even have an upstairs track. So the dogs can actually go upstairs, get their yayas out and run the track, and it's all safely fenced in. And we also just love dogs. I've always rescued dogs. My dad and mother would say, you're going to get hit by a car rescuing these dogs. And I just would see a little dog on the side of the road and just have to pick them up. And then we rescue dogs. My wife and I rescue dogs all the time. And we thought, well, we have dogs anyway. We know she speaks dog better than she speaks human. So that's kind of how she wanted to start it. To say, well, let's just start a business for taking care of dogs. And we started off, I think, with maybe 2 or 3 dogs overnight boarding, and then grew to 4. And now we're up to over mostly maybe 20 to 30 dogs overnight.
Oh,
yeah. So it's a lot of fun. It's always a learning curve, but Gail is a nurse, so she came in and brought a lot of the health practices on board. So we have a very clean facility, maintain a lot of cleanliness for the dogs, make sure that it's well ventilated for any respiratory prevention of illnesses, as well as keeping everything extremely clean. So, picking up the poop, sanitizing any urine, everything is just very, very well taken care of on an ongoing basis. And that's why it's a palace. We have to have it. We have to have it clean and fresh for our little princes and princesses.
oh my goodness. I was actually just about to ask you that. You read my mind.
What?
Now, next question for you. What is the most common myth or misconception you come across in your pet palace?
Oh, well, that's easy. I want to volunteer. I want to come hang out and help you with the dogs. Well, it's not just an easy laid back setting all the time working with dogs. You have different personalities, you have different things that happen. and it's hard work. So the misconception is that it's all, fairy tale and gold dust and, pink bedding. It's not. It's hard work. It's diligence. We do 2 wellness exams a day. So the dogs are inspected twice a day. We check for everything. And we've been blessed to help pet parents find some things that were off with their pets, and they were able to go to the vet and get it taken care of. We also I guess that's the biggest misconception, is that it's just all fun and games. And it's not. It's a very serious job, because you're taking care of somebody's pet. You're taking care of their family. So Pixies, we want them to know that they're going to be taken care of and they're going to be well looked after. And that's our biggest goal, and our daily duty is to make sure that the dogs are taken well care of. We do every 2 hours, they change the water bowls. They clean them, sanitize them, fresh water every 2 hours. Again, going back to health standards for the dogs. We don't want them, having dirty water to drink from. We want it to be a palace. So they have to be treated as such.
Wow. That is definitely amazing to hear your heart for animals. Now, we know marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target clients or customers? And in terms of marketing, how do you attract them?
Our targeted audience are predominantly women in their 30s and above. And we are targeting them through all the new traditional to me. And my age, it used to be the fingers did the walking, right? The yellow pages. But of course, that's no more. So we use the geofencing and the Google ads and the Google Maps. And we've recently joined forces with another marketing team that's supposed to help us up our game in the social media front. So those are some things that we're working towards, especially towards our training department. Like I said earlier, Gayla's a nurse, but she's not Caesar Milan dog whisperer, but she is a dog mind reader, I would say. She's a dog mind reader. She's really good at reading dogs, talking to dogs without even talking to them, and knowing what to look for as far as their needs go, and how to talk to them. And it's a lot easier for her to train the dogs than it is to train the pet parents. So the hardest job is training the pet parents, because the dogs are really eager to learn and please you. So, pet parents, not so much. They want us to do it, and we're there to do it. But we also need everybody to work collaboratively that way. But as far as our marketing goes, we are focused on upping our marketing towards training. Of course, this holiday season with boarding, because we do board and train, and we do the board and train from our home. So not only are you getting training for your pet, but they're also learning how to behave in a pack, because we have a pack at our home, and they help incoming dogs, whether they're rescues or their clients, learn how to be a dog or learn how to engage with other dogs in a healthy way. So those are kind of the things that we're always working on is training, board and train, holiday boarding at our facility. And like I said, just increasing our presence on social media. And we have a great person that works for us that handles our social media on Facebook. And she's just fantastic at making videos and the pictures and what have you. And we have enrichment days. So every Wednesday at Pixies, there's a theme. We've had Wicked from the movie as of late. We also are doing Bob Ross tomorrow. So we'll have canvases, and dogs will be creating art tomorrow at Pixies.
Now, have you ever thought of having your own podcast?
Our own what?
Podcast.
Well, yes. My wife and I have talked about that from the beginning. And it's because when we are together talking with our friends, we seem to make everybody laugh, because we're both, as well, we're kind of goofy and silly, but we're also serious. But then we're just crazy dog moms. And we actually had started try to do that, but I try to tweak it way too much, and it just took the fun out of it and the spontaneity. So yeah, we do want to do a podcast, but we've kind of put that on the back burner because lots of things happen through the year working with dogs and humans in our business. So the podcast hasn't come to fruition, though we'd love to do it.
Well, Cecilia, I know we've covered a lot of great subjects today, but what our listeners really want to know is where can they go to learn more about Pixies, Paws, Pet Palace?
Well, you can go to our Facebook page. So we're at Pixies, Paws, Pet Palace, and that's with 2 E's, not IE for Pixie. Well, you can also go to our website at pixiespaws.com, PIXEESPAWS.com. We're also on Instagram, and we're on YouTube. We're also, I believe we're on Threads. So we're pretty much everywhere. But mainly our website is the best place to go to, and you can self-register. You can give us a call and we can get you registered with Mitch. Mitch answers the phones during the week, and Tammy answers the phones on Saturdays and Mondays.
Well, Cecilia, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best.
Before you go, I got to show you someone. Come here.
Aww.
It wouldn't be a podcast without a baby. So this is Bella. She's a rescue with us right now. And hang on.
She's so cute.
And this is Peanut. Now, Peanut is definitely up for adoption, and he's a Papillon Chihuahua. He was abused, but he's learning how to be held and be loved. But we do have rescues as well with Lighthouse Dog Rescue. So we have dogs that need homes.
Oh, you don't have any Pomeranians in there by chance, do you?
No, I don't. The closest I have is this little guy who's a Papillon Chihuahua, and Bella, she's still not up for adoption yet, but I'm sorry. I'll be on the lookout for Pomeranians for you.
You're good. Well, thank you for sharing your furry friends with us. Now, Cecilia, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much for having me. We really appreciate your time and your patience with us. You guys have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.